Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Terranigma. So last we left off, we done a bad. We did a bad because we refused to do the bad in the first place, and some other people did something really dumb and got sucked into a doorway, and we found them frozen. Now, L is frozen. And maybe the Elder knows something, assuming he's not frozen as well. We can hope anyway. Ooh, even you, huh? Definitely not good. And those two are frozen. Wake up? No, okay. Yep, you're never gonna yell at me about your, vase, are ya? Not anymore. Although, whatever you're cooking is gonna be kinda ruined by the time you get, done. Time you get unfrozen. This one isn't completely our fault. Not entirely, not this time. And just to be clear, if you agree to help them, they will stand kind of helplessly around the door while you look for a solution, which is to break down the door with the objects on the floor. And it would be completely your fault at that point. But then this time I'm saying it's not. Yeah, but what happens when our friends get sucked in there? Do we just leave them to be frozen forever? Yeah, that would be kind of a, good thing. Go out the village. 5 towers await us. Good question. Yep, still frozen. So let's ask him questions. What exactly are these towers? No. Including you, I guess? So you're telling us shut up and go look for them. Fair enough. Opposite world? Okay, right now it's just kind of an inventory. And our final choice is just to kind of rest. Gets rid of a bunch of things. Yep. So now that we've got to go out into the big bad world, we get to actually look in the chest. We get some gems. Too bad the merchant's frozen. And we get a bulb, an S bulb. Which, what does it do? you got to hold it down. Just tapping it, as I just now learned, restores health by 20 points, as you couldn't have guessed. Jewel Box stores Magirock. Weapons. Our spear that is equipped gradually heals us when we've got it equipped. It's not fast, but it's not exactly the slowest heal I've ever seen. So with spear in hand, clothes on back, we step outside to have Ark babble to himself, kind of curiously. Apparently it just kind of sprang into view. At least he's enthusiastic. So now, welcome to the world outside the village, where, as stated, 5 towers await us. And for the longest time when I first played this ROM, because once again, didn't have access to a cartridge, I thought it was glitched beyond belief with the way that top and bottom just kind of spin into view. Nope, that's the way it's supposed to be as far as I can tell. So, anyway. And nothing over here. So what you see here is tower number 1. The other 4 towers will kind of be just in a line from where we are now. And even though this is what Gramps was calling a tower, it looks like a tower. So, you know, not exactly misnamed. Why is there a face on the door? Ark is kinda stupid. Well, we could just tell him to step aside. So, climb the tower, control the world. Something like that. Well, if we didn't, we'd have come all this way for nothing. So now that we are in a dungeon area, let's talk a little bit about what he has access to. First, move in 4 directions just like on the web, but pressing a button, we get a single sword stab, or spear stab. Pressing it quickly and continuing to tap quickly gets us the little rapid fire thing there. We can still jump, we can still run, but now, if we jump and attack, we get this little spin move there. If we run and attack, we get a little thrusting spear. You don't mess it up. And then if we run, jump, and attack, we get that. So we have a few moves at our disposal, and we'll be using most of them to make the enemies not hurt us a whole lot here. We could also equip an item and use it if we wanted to, but there's no real point. Let's see. Nope, no hidden passage right there. believe this first tower has much in the way of hidden stuff. But we gotta be careful around those enemies. They'll lob fire at you. So your best bet with them, jump attack. As you saw, he was toasted for a second, which means he was just kind of immobilized. But you also notice that his life is already fully increased back to max. The spear does do healing. Indeed it does. Kinda messed that up, didn't I? And this is an example of Magirock. Once we have access to the Magirock shop, we will probably be visiting it to deal with all the Magirock we keep running into. Did I finish up down here? Yeah, I did. We will explain levels when I get a little closer to actually getting one, or when I have gotten one of the two. Messed that up. You know, I was doing better at this not that long ago. And one of the things we can find in here are wandering souls. Living things were transformed into monsters. This should sound very familiar if you've been watching my videos as of late. Mainly with Soul Blazer. And Actraiser to a lesser extent. And now that we've freed that particular soul, the gate forward opens up. Still don't do quite enough damage to one-shot them with the spin attack. Wish I did. So, just sweep in the area, making sure I get all the enemies, because I would like to not miss out on some experience if I don't have to. And it doesn't take that much longer. Ah, these enemies. Come on. If you can get below their spear, there's level 2. And we get a bunch of stats to rank up here. These are not random. These are pretty much set. Whatever you get on a current level, whatever you get for level up, that's what you will always get for level up. They did not make that random, in the very least. So before we continue on, where's center? Here's center door. We will take a look at some of the other stuff in here in detail later. But now, strength, defense. We have one piece of Magirock out of 1 that we can find. That actually, the reason they have an out of 1 is different. You will probably see, I believe it will explain it later. Very loosely. If it doesn't what I think it does, I will explain it. Because I still have to study it and remember exactly what that means. And of course the experience next. Standard, how far we have to go till next level. We will see that in pretty good detail later. Trying to clean up downstairs. do that just right, you can get away with never getting hit on them. Don't want to pass up the spell or the chest. And we get another S bulb. Maybe you just saw something. Maybe you didn't. I will point it out when it is closer to time to actually use it. Strength being tested. Observation is solution. Fair enough, I guess. Don't mind me. Just looking around. That's where we came in. We do not want to skip pieces of Magirock. I believe there are just shy of 100 in the game, and the more we get, the better off we'll be. Okay. Nope. Okay. So, you may have noticed we only had the one way in. Well, see this broken window? We can escape out of it. And it takes us to outside this floor, to where you can use another chain to climb up and go to the next floor of the dungeon. Magirock. Gotta find the way down first. Like that. Okay, that takes care of that. Alright, I believe I've gotten everything on this little section. Now let's go for the center. And you can stun lock these guys, if you're good with tapping the button. Of course, it takes a very long while for the, well, just to kill them, because very, very weak weapon, but it's very, very fast. Ow. Yet another piece of Magirock. And we are less than 30 experience points away from next level. One more place to go explore on this floor. Definitely need to be more careful around them. And so here we are on the last floor. This tower only has 5 floors on it, as I believe all 5 towers we've got to go through only have 5 floors. But as you can see, there's almost nothing else in here. Yeah. So, come on. Meet the Guardian, who, at least at this point, does not fight us directly. And a bunch of these appeared. And they're being a bit of a problem. They have a little higher defense than most. But in general, as long as you don't do what I did and try to do stupid things, like not just pin one up against the wall and do the rapid fire shot into it. Land is on the verge of resurrection. The door leads to the space for land control. And hit level 3 in the process. Cutscene time. Literally nothing I could do to speed that up. So you have a big chunk of green that appears out of the middle of what looks like a spiral galaxy. And we fade out to mountains. Excuse me. My straw popped out of the top of the liquid and created that noise. So, by defeating that fairly meager tower, we have now resurrected a continent. And more importantly, from Will's point, we managed to restore the people over at the Weavers. But I think that's enough for now. When we return, we will go check up on the people at the Weavers' little house there, and then head on towards Tower 2. But yeah, 1 tower down, 4 towers to go. So far, very straightforward, very simple, and this will not last long, because the puzzles are about to actually increase. So anyway, take care folks, I will see you back next time for more.